Inside Noah's Ark, suppressed video shows what was found inside. Noah's Ark and the Great Flood is without a doubt one of the most important and famous stories present in many ancient texts. If we look back in ancient literature, we will find that three are two main descriptions of Noah's Ark and saw. However, the strange thing is that neither of those descriptions satisfies basic naval engineering standards, deeming the Ark completely unseaworthy. Nevertheless, the Ark did exist, and the Great Deluge described in numerous ancient cultures did swipe across the planet in the distant past. According to a group of researchers from China, not only did Noah's Ark exist, but it rests on a mountain in Turkey. Said to rest on top of Mount Ararat in Turkey, the discovery made by Asian researchers was heavily disputed ever since the alleged finding was made 10 years ago. Regrettably, like many other fascinating discoveries on Earth, this discovery was also suppressed by most media. An explorer looks at wooden beams inside a compartment of a structure that his team claims might prove the existence of Noah's Ark, on Mount Ararat. After a decade, the alleged Ark discovered on top of Mount Ararat remains a profound mystery. To make a long story short, this is all reported to be a fake, said Randall Price, Director of Judaic Studies at Liberty University in Lynchburg, VA. This is not Noah's Ark, adds Bob Gorniuk of the Bible Archaeology Search and Exploration Institute. This is a fake. It's a fraud, and it's of the highest caliber according to what I can assess from the evidence and talking to eyewitnesses and people from Turkey. Chinese explorers wearing protective gear while inside the Ark. But what kind of flood could have transported the Ark to the top of Mount Ararat? According to many scientists, the idea of such a flood existing goes against all geological studies since, according to many, we lack empirical evidence to support a worldwide flood had occurred, wiping out plants, animals, and most traces of human civilization. Interestingly, the story about Noah is what fascinates most scholars. Noah was the 10th of the pre-flood, antediluvian, patriarchs. His father was Lamech, and his mother is unknown but is thought to be either Ada or Zillah, wives of Lamech. When Noah was 500 years old, he begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth, Genesis 5:32. Noah died 350 years after the flood, at the age of 950, the last of the extremely long-lived antediluvian patriarchs. The maximum human lifespan, as depicted by the Bible, diminishes rapidly thereafter, from almost 1,000 years to the 120 years of Moses. Genesis 6:3, Deuteronomy 31 hours 22 minutes, 34 hours 37 minutes. But even though there is plenty of written evidence to support the Great Flood did occur, many scholars believe Noah's accounts of the flood are mythical in nature. Others believe that the story of Noah's Ark and the flood was inspired by legendary floods of stories in ancient Mesopotamia, particularly the Epic of Gilgamesh. Centuries before Noah appeared in the Bible, ancient narratives were passed down from one generation to another in many cultures around the globe. The earlier Mesopotamian stories are very similar, where the gods are sending a flood to wipe out humans, said biblical archaeologist Eric Klein. There's one man they choose to survive. He builds a boat and brings on animals and lands on a mountain and lives happily ever after. I would argue that it's the same story. Whether or not this discovery is real remains a mystery. There are many reasons why it may be another hoax, while some claim there are plenty reasons to suggest the discovery is real. Check out the video and let us know what you think.